After my grandparents died in a plane crash, their lawyer said I was the only heir to their $39 million estate. My family shouted, insulted me, and said I didn't deserve it, but I refused to give it up. The next day, they came to my grandparents' villa to kick me out, calling me worthless, but suddenly went silent when they saw who was standing beside me. 39 million? You think he deserves it? The glass slammed against the mahogany table, amber liquor spilling over papers stamped with my grandparents' names. My uncle's face was flushed red, veins bulging at his neck. "You're nothing, Silas," my cousin hissed. "A parasite. A mistake they pitied." The lawyer's briefcase clicked shut. Silence followed, heavy and sharp. Then my mother's voice, trembling but venomous. "Tell them the truth, Silas. Tell them what you did." My name is Silas Mercer, 26 years old. For most of my life, I've learned the value of silence. It's cheaper than arguing, safer than screaming. I've been the shadow in the room, the easy target, the one they blamed when things went missing, when tempers flared. When the house needed a villain, I let them. Because there was always something I knew, a truth I never spoke. Not yet. Uncle Roderick, 58, booming voice, the kind that fills a courtroom, though his law license was revoked years ago. He spits when he yells, always one whiskey deep. Cousin Alara, 27, sharp-tongued, eyes like knives, designer heels digging into the carpet as if claiming the house itself. Mother, Lorraine, 52, a woman of tears, but each drop crafted to manipulate. She dabs her eyes with silk as though grief should look beautiful. Father, Cyrus, 56, says little, but when he does, it's dismissive. His silence is not like mine. His is superiority. Each face turned toward me, waiting for me to break. But one pair of eyes flickered with something else. Fear. "This isn't about you, Silas," Roderick barked, slamming his fist so hard the crystal glasses rattled. "The money was meant for family." "I am family," I said calmly, the first words I had spoken in hours. My tone was soft, but it cracked through the room sharper than glass. Alara let out a sharp laugh. "Family? You're an accident wrapped in pity. They kept you like people keep strays, not out of love, but shame." Her words burned, but I didn't flinch. Instead, I studied her. The nervous twitch in her jaw, the desperation beneath her cruelty. "Stray?" I repeated. "Funny. I don't recall strays wearing your designer shoes, paid for by Grandpa after you maxed out 5 credit cards." Her smile froze. Roderick growled, "Watch your mouth, boy." But before I could reply, my father muttered, "Too low." But I heard it. He promised he'd never tell. The words slipped like blood from a wound. The air tightened. Everyone froze, eyes darting toward him. And then, chaos erupted. "You think this is about money?" I stood, chair scraping the marble. My voice wasn't raised. It didn't need to be. It sliced through their shouting like steel. "No. This is about what you all did to me." Mother gasped, clutching her pearls as though I had just cursed God himself. "Silas, don't twist this. You've always been fragile, misunderstood." Fragile?" I smiled coldly. "Is that what you call years of making me your scapegoat? Blaming me when Alara failed? When Roderick stole? When Father lied? Shut your mouth." Roderick's spit hit the table. His face reddened like a man cornered. "Or what?" I asked, leaning forward. "You'll steal again. Hit me like you used to hit your own son before he ran away?" For the first time, Roderick faltered. His fists curled, but he said nothing. Alara let out a hollow laugh. "You're pathetic, Silas. Acting like a saint when you've been nothing but a burden." I tilted my head. "Burden? Remind me, who covered your hospital bill when you overdosed in that hotel?" "Oh, wait. You never told them that part, did you?" Her smirk crumbled. Mother's tears dried instantly. "Enough," she hissed. "You're twisting history, poisoning what's left of this family." "No, Mother," I said softly. "You did that long before tonight." Their masks were cracking. And for the first time, I wasn't the weak one. I remembered being 17 when Grandpa Elias pulled me aside. The smell of tobacco clung to his suit. The grandfather clock ticked heavy in the silence. "They'll try to bury you, Silas," he had said, voice grave. "But you'll survive by holding their secrets. One day you'll know when to use them." And that same night, I overheard the shouting in the study. My father begging Elias for another loan, swearing it would be the last. My mother's voice, soft, manipulative, promising change that never came. But what haunted me most wasn't them. It was Alara. I had found her in the kitchen, mascara streaking her face, hands trembling as she begged me. "Please, Silas, don't tell anyone. I can't let them know where I was." That night, I carried her secret. I carried all of them. Their sins sat in my chest, crushing me, shaping me into the silent shadow they loved to hate. "You want the truth?" My voice was steady, each word a dagger. "Fine, let's bleed it out." I turned to Alara. "You weren't at college that spring. You were in rehab. And it wasn't Grandpa who paid for it. It was me, with the workshop money he gave me." Her face drained of color. "You promised." I promised silence. "Not protection," I snapped. Gasps echoed. Roderick shifted uneasily. "And you, Uncle Roderick," I continued. "That firm you brag about? Funded by Grandma's stolen savings. She knew. That's why she rewrote the will." He surged up from his chair, veins bulging, but I didn't flinch. "And my parents?" My eyes locked on them. "You drained my grandparents until they had nothing left but disappointment. That's why they never trusted you." Mother shook her head violently. "Lies!" "Don't," I cut her off. "I was there. I heard every deal, every debt, every false tear you used to bleed them dry." The room trembled. The air was poisonous. Finally, I said it, the blade I had carried longest. "They didn't change the will because they loved me more. They changed it because I was the only one who didn't betray them." The silence afterward was deafening. The villa shook with voices ricocheting like shattered glass. "You snake!" Alara screamed, tears cutting through her makeup. "I'll ruin you!" Roderick thundered, spit flying. "You've destroyed this family!" Mother shrieked, clawing at the tablecloth. Father sat still, pale as stone. I didn't move. My calm was a blade sharper than their rage. "I gave you my silence," I said. "Tonight, I give you the truth." Mother lunged at me, but Father grabbed her wrist. His voice, hoarse but clear, broke the room. "He's right." The words dropped like an executioner's axe. Alara froze mid-cry. Roderick swore under his breath. Mother stared at him as if he'd turned traitor. For once, it wasn't me on trial. It was them. I didn't storm out. Storms are loud, desperate. I walked with steady steps past marble pillars and portraits of ancestors who seemed to smirk in approval. Behind me, voices clashed, pleading, cursing, bargaining. Only Alara followed. Her voice cracked. No venom left, just raw regret. "Silas, I never said thank you. For back then, I didn't look back." My silence was her answer. Inside, I thought, they'll never see me the same again, and I don't need them to. Days later, I returned to the villa alone. The air was still. No shouting, no tears, just the echo of memories. For once, silence wasn't suffocating. It was peace. I ran my hand along the banister Elias built himself, wood smooth from generations. My chest loosened. They wanted me erased, forgotten. But my grandparents saw something in me no one else ever did. Not weakness, not burden, but strength. For the first time in my life, I wasn't carrying their lies, their debts, their venom, only my own truth. And it was enough. Final thought, soft but unshakable. Silence can be a cage, but in the right hands, it becomes a weapon. If you were in my place, would you forgive them, or would you walk away forever? Tell me in the comments. Your voice matters here. Subscribe for more raw emotional stories. Like if you felt Silas's pain and strength. Comment your thoughts. Let's build a space where stories and scars can heal together.